Video number 14 plus. Mathematics and reality. Hello everyone. This video is about representation of the world. Indeed, nowadays, mathematics and computer science have essentially replaced human languages in trying to describe the world. The main reasons for this are the precision and operational power of these two approaches based on a symbolism that aims to be universal. But trying to reduce reality to an operational synthesis based on abstract concepts may seem both pretentious and risky. When I was about 10 years old, I was already disturbed by the definitions of mathematical objects, dimensionless points, curves on surfaces with zero thickness, etc., knowing that any perceptible object necessarily has 3 dimensions. And I was determined to be suspicious in the future when I see people confusing the symbolic representation of complex objects with their real nature. Then I had many opportunities to be suspicious. The confusion between theory and reality manifests itself mainly in 2 forms. First, the belief in universal principles which, expressible in exact mathematical terms, would make it possible to understand the world and to predict its evolution. Second, the convenience of language which consists in assimilating, during a scientific argument, a real object with its simplified mathematical presentation and believing that the result of a calculation applies exactly to reality. The second confusion is a very common practice in science. But as long as we remain cautious when coming to applications, it is not dramatic. It should rather be considered as a working convention between specialists, which avoids some complications of language in the writing of articles. And all specialists normally know from their experience where mathematical conclusions cease to be reliable. As for the first conclusion, almost no scientist will admit having done it, except perhaps those who work on the theory of everything, in fact a new version of scientism adapted to our time. It is not excluded that these people are right to look in such a direction, but in any case, the Lego game that they try to build is very likely to be not so simple. An A4 theory, the synthesis of the reality that they want to achieve from the bricks. Part of the reasons why nature is so complex is that instability and chaos are present even in very basic phenomena, and all specialists of the field know the inherent complexity of chaotic phenomena. The risk of the first confusion is perhaps more subtle than it may seem at first sight. In addition to the risk of making mistakes, it may prevent new ideas by the sifting of concept. The history of science abounds in situations where established principles blocked all progress. Personally, I have no miraculous ideas for building a science that would be more representative of reality and would prevent abusive generalizations. But I think it would be important for scientists to realize that they are not working on reality, science being rather a kind of encoding for some simplified reality. In real life, the trial and error method always has a last word. and I do not believe that any abstract theory can ever either deny the existence of objective reality, a ridiculous assertion which reduces science to opinions and opens the door to all sorts of manipulations, or remove the trial and error steps from any area of human activity.